One thing I've talked about frequently on this channel, and all of us on the podcast have as well, is the fact that Marvel Studios will take a seemingly little throwaway anything in the MCU, and in future projects, take that one little kernel that nobody maybe even paid attention to and noticed, and somehow try to build it into something bigger, a lot of times finding success. They've done this multiple times with Iron Man 2, which wasn't the best well-received film, and also they even tried it with Thor: The Dark World. So enter Avengers Age of Ultron and Ulysses Claw, where, shockingly enough, they actually foreshadow and name drop directly Intelligencia, which is the, I suppose the best way to put it is antagonizing force in She-Hulk. Okay, so just a quick catch-up in case you've forgotten, which I don't see how you have forgotten if you've been watching She-Hulk, and if you haven't been watching She-Hulk, but let's not kid ourselves. If you're hating it, you're still watching it to find things to hate. Intelligencia was made very prominent because, well, they got a website up on the web, and they're trying to figure out how exactly they can get rid of She-Hulk. Now, of course, we've already talked about the fact that this organization exists within Marvel Comics and has prominent members like the Leader and also MODOK, among many others, but that's not what we're here to talk about either. Because believe it or not, this organization has been mentioned in the MCU before, and as people have pointed out, Ulysses Claw, aka the villain from Black Panther, who also appears in Age of Ultron, thus giving us direct connections into why possibly Claw wanted more vibranium for his organization he's a member of. Well, if you look at this, there it is right there, in plain text, former member of the organization. Now, other than this, there's nothing more to go over other than, hey, look at this mention here, right? But it is interesting to see that they're, again, working backwards to establish that there's been things going on in the background, things we haven't seen, things that have been just off camera that are developing, that are going to slowly start to play out now. And obviously behind this is going to be the Leader when we get to Captain America New World Order, because he's one of the primary members and is going to more than likely turn out to be the leader in the MCU. I mean, the leader of the organization, not like the leader. He's obviously the leader. The leader is the leader, but I mean the leader of the organization, Intelligencia. Either way, though, what I'm trying to say is they're more than likely going to fill out some gaps in the story, saying that he's been trying to assemble his own team for a while, and they kept falling out, or they had different ideas of what they wanted to do, which is why Ulysses Claw is a former member. And again, this is just another way of showing you that Marvel Studios is looking at these little things that have been there for years, and we could have picked up on, but nobody decided to look up Marvel's Intelligencia when it was on there, up until it was more prominent in She-Hulk, and then you look at it and you go, oh wow, they've been planning this entire time, huh? It's been right in our face. It seems like that's happening more and more now, we just don't notice it. Man, you think these scoopers with access to literally Kevin Feige's texts because they know everything would be able to pick up on these simple things. Funny how that works, huh?